genetically fluid so that women have eggs extracted, men have sperm extracted. According to one poll, 1 in 50 Americans claim to have had encounters with aliens, including the members of this Californian support group.
Okay, welcome everybody to the Sacramento Alien Abduction and Contactee Support Group. We want the truth. We want to know what's going on. We've experienced anomalous activity. It's affected us deeply, affects our consciousness, affects our reality. The reality as we knew it is challenged. We're having to accept the existence of non-human entities.
Look up, there it is. I'm sure what we're looking at isn't really obviously not a plane. It doesn't have any wings. It's shaped like a blimp, capsule shaped, if you will. Extremely bright, shiny, polished, silver, if you will. The fact of it is that we're confused and we're all trying to figure out the truth. And the truth may never be told. But the fact of it is that we are coming into a time where it's getting scary, and I think most of us are scared, and I think we're all looking for answers.
We're wondering, out of all of the galaxies across the universes, why us then? Why here? Why our planet? And why our species?
What's up, Green Man?
As UFO reports and abduction claims continue,
How's your day going?
some think the number of abductees is even higher than
My
reported.
Wi-Fi was jacked up last night.
The number of abductees out there is
I'm about to
5%
play Manny's show right now.
And I think that's probably true around the world.
I got the live
Researcher
stream
David
on.
Jacobs has amassed hundreds of accounts of alien encounters.
Good to see you.
I started doing hypnosis with abductees starting in 1986, and I've been doing it ever since then. I've had about 1,150 to 1,175 sessions with people. I've had people who
I'm
are
just gonna
psychiatrists,
replay Manny's show here in a minute.
and scientists, and engineers,
find it.
and university professors saying the same thing over and over again with the same details, the same particulars.
Joni Struther is one of those cases. Her story fits the classic abduction scenario.
I remember it like it happened yesterday. Here in
Sorry if it
Dallas,
gets too loud. I
my
don't know.
entire home shook like an earthquake.
With 1,200,
I looked out the window, I see the white disc, and it had a red ring on there. It was hovering about the house.
I'm just chilling. Cleaned up everything in the place yesterday. Not everything, but as much as I could. It's all good. I missed it.
welcome to
I
the
think I
age
missed
of the
the show.
pandemic. That's what we're living right now, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
just gonna play the
We are in
show.
the middle of a pandemic. Wherever you are, the pandemic is strong.
I don't know if it's too
Pandemic
loud.
Seems not to have reached the peak of total annihilation. Yeah, sadly, that's the case for us everywhere. It's not just localized. It's not just in some country you don't like. It's everywhere. You cannot get away from the pandemic. For those
Sounds
of you
good.
listening for the first time,
All right,
that
thank
is how we will refer to the pandemic, the COVID-19 situation, the coronavirus. Yeah, that's what's going on. So while we're not going to sit around holding on to this pandemic, it has significant effects on the things we talk about, except for aliens. But in a way, the pandemic gives you food for thought. Something to think about. I actually mentioned it last week sometime on one of the episodes. I think it was like last Wednesday or some shit. And the pandemic really does, if you're open to the discussion of aliens and other planets and things like that, you kind of have to kind of think about that. What is a pandemic? What does it mean to us when a particular organism is not from the planet Earth? There is an article that going to talk a little bit about that. In a strange way, it seems like, and I'm just going to put this out there. Let's take a year's trip back. You know, maybe like 2 years, a year after Two Stars Academy put out the videos of the Tic Tac UFO. And every freaking damn started with the To the Stars Academy situation. Right from the word go. That's what it started about. That was always the way to enter the topic or end it, basically. That's what's happening now with the pandemic. The pandemic is entering all kinds of things. We know business is 4.2 far fucked right now because of stock markets and people selling off and everybody's scared as hell. I mean, listen, it was hard enough to get through Shittergate. Because that's all the people was gone.
Hope everybody gets through this shit.
When you walked in there and you saw that all the TP was gone and all the Kleenex was gone and all the paper towels were gone, I mean, really. I know some of you went up to restaurants and you never asked for extra napkins, but by golly, for Shittergate, you asked for an extra helping of napkins from your favorite restaurant. And I'm sure the person handing them to you was like, come on, really? You think I'm stupid? Yeah. I know you did. I did that once or twice myself during the initial United States Shittergate. But like I said last week, Shittergate is slowly kind of disappearing, right? I can tell you my story of me rolling up to local supermarket, rolling out with a really significant size packet of TP. So at that moment, not only was I more than happy to go into my inner child and think about how many different ways I could use the toilet paper, but I realized then Shittergate's coming to a close. Now we've got the pandemic, and it's taken cities and states apart. Countries are falling apart. But COVID-19 is not stopping just at the people. It's moving into business. It's moving into space. It's taking fuckers out. Fuckers that we thought initially when we heard names, we're like, you don't got a snowball chance in hell against the big. Ready for that. And after that, listen, after the first article, it's COVID-19 is changing the face, the future of space travel in so many ways. You, as a layman person, anyone out there who doesn't follow this topic, who doesn't care about SpaceX or it doesn't care about NASA trying to get to the moon and Mars, you're not going to see any connections. No, you can't see past Shittergate. Understandably so. And besides Shittergate, you have the just basically the grocers have low stock in most things that people like to enjoy. But we'll get to that when we get to these three articles. So we are live right now. So hats off to Green Man, who was in there first. And I said the rest of the article of the episode, should I say, will be pre-recorded, because the connection was horrific. And if you heard the last live episode, it was it was like I was doing my impression of Max Headroom, just jumping around. It was so sad indeed. But it looks like we're holding good, so let's get to it.
Hey, what's up, Autopilot?
Got me feeling like the leaves. Please. Hold me.
I'm gonna play Manny songs because I don't want to mess with the show. I don't want to act like I'm editing.
I need to rest. Your body talks to me. It takes control of me. You make me crazier than a lunatic. Liberate, you shouldn't get me that way. It's a different taste. Liberation. We ain't got no time to waste. I'm just like a mermaid. I wanna eat you so fresh. You know, next one up, you refuse. You said jealousy suits me, so I wear it quietly. You turn me into a lunatic.
Replaying a cool podcast.
Liberate, liberate, don't forget me that way. It's a different taste. Liberate, liberation, be that way. Feels like I'm on the water.
Yesterday when I went to the box, everything
Liberate, liberate, don't forget me that way. It's a different taste. Liberate, liberation. We ain't got no time to wait, no time to wait. Don't look at me. Liberate, liberation. No time to waste.
I actually went back and listened to that episode with you. The connection was bad. And I felt like I had like podcast Tourette's. It was like, motherfucker, and like, dude. I mean, it was crazy. It was nuts. Like after the first few minutes, I was like, screwed. I really wanted to delete it, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna cry over spilled fucking milk. That's all I know. Oh man, had some champagne, some vodka, some barbecue. It was really good, man. I wish I could have shared it in some way. Maybe next year we'll get like a live thing going on. See the Moonraker behind the BBQ, behind the grills, getting down, and you know, I was relaxed. Let's just say that I wasn't drunk. I really don't get drunk. I just kind of mellow out. You know, kind of like when I do the podcast, except for that one episode. We will not mention that episode. I've tried to delete it as well as I can, but it's in the dark web somewhere. The first episode is NASA selects SpaceX for Lunar Gateway cargo mission. What the fuck just happened? Let's just start there. Because last fall, SpaceX was out crying, upset as can be, because they were claiming foul play on the part of NASA for trying to bump everyone else out of the way, even SpaceX, and putting Boeing pretty much in front of everything. Like Boeing was the go-to. Even SpaceX, Elon, or ever, we could run circles around what they're doing. But their Crew Dragon was apparently not fit to carry people into space, and just cargo, because Boeing got the ticket. And what happened with Boeing? First test, they don't miss the mark. They don't even get up there into orbit. They don't even come close to the ISS. And that was at the point where the shit hit the fan for them, right? Because their CEO decided to take a back seat and step down. And there you go, the rest is history. Then COVID-19 comes in. The pandemic comes in and it's slinging low, knocking companies out the way, one of them being Boeing. Yeah, they're in some serious shit. And the funny thing is that I don't know about you guys, but I am like so focused on the pandemic. I'm watching news. I watch the president speak, vice president, everyone that's involved in this, experts, non-experts, fuckheads. You know, whoever has a fucking opinion, I'll watch it. I don't care. So I'm watching all of this.
Guys in the
And the one
black
topic
Nikes.
is the freaking reporters, the cutie pies, as Trump likes to call them. Well, the one thing the cutie pies are always asking about in a slick way is Boeing. Are you taking this money to save Boeing? They did that. And now Boeing is having some financial issues. And so why not? Why not ask if the taxpayers' money is going to go to save Boeing? Well, who knows? I'm sure in some slick way, someone is going to do something to bring Boeing back to life. You know, put the two paddles on that chest and
You gotta save Boeing. You gotta keep making all the parts for all these planes that fly everywhere. Even if you're not building new planes. The president said it today. It was pretty vital to save the airlines. I agree.
spark them up. But in the meantime, this is what happened. NASA decided that SpaceX is going to help them to carry all their shit over to the Gateway Station. There's going to be a space station of sorts that's going to be in orbit around the moon, and they're going to call it the Lunar Gateway. SpaceX is going to supply that motherfucker. Yeah. They got it. They got this deal. Because, you know, from the beginning, you know, it doesn't really change what initially NASA said, right? You guys, you're good for cargo. That's all you're good for. Carry your ship, Jeeves, SpaceX Jeeves, take our shit and put it by the moon. That's basically what they're saying. It's, I mean, it really hasn't changed, right? But right now, if Boeing continues to screw the pooch on this, if their financials continue to tumble because of the pandemic and, you know, the markets, maybe it will be SpaceX that eventually will come out on top. Maybe it'll be all SpaceX organizations. They want NASA to have it all. A lot that's done for us in the past, right? And I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, still, private enterprise like SpaceX is always going to have one leg up on NASA. Listen, the Poindexters and their pocket protectors, they can go visit SpaceX and Elon all the time. Anyone can. And they can go share the knowledge if they need to. He'll take it. Elon will take it. He doesn't give two fucks about it. I mean, what, would you? Yeah, they got brains for a reason. By the way, Bugs, UFO Hunter just joined me. You might have heard his chain rattling, his collar, his name tag on the way up, and now he flopped down behind me and he's snoring away. I don't know how he does it. I've never seen an animal fall asleep so fast that wasn't narcoleptic. He might be, I don't know. We haven't really looked at it. He hasn't been out chasing too many aliens, so just getting lazy as fuck. That's all it is. SpaceX is basically stating they're going to use their Falcon Heavy the Falcon Heavy for Lunar Gateway supply runs. And, you know, hey, they are going to make sure that they are going to get the supplies up there, whatever the fuck it happens. The article didn't have any set time frame for the Lunar Gateway getting up there. I can imagine, though, that the way NASA and the government have been planning this whole lunar situation, this shit gets pushed back more and more every fucking conversation there is. So now we have a space station around orbiting the moon. They ain't shit up there yet. It is 2020. I don't think they're going to hit their target already. The only thing that I'm concerned about is SpaceX getting involved with this Lunar Gateway situation with NASA, and then their plans to go to Mars are 4.2 far fucked because it might not happen. It might get pushed back. And this might be a way for SpaceX and Elon to kind of bow out a little bit of their initial targeted timeframes and say, hey, we're helping out NASA because Boeing is a bunch of bitches and they couldn't cut the mustard, so we're going to go ahead and step in. But that's going to put our March trip behind. And I'm sorry to say that, but that's the way it is. The link for this article is in the description. It has a lot more stuff in it regarding the plans for this lunar gateway. Check it out. I mean, listen, we've all seen the fucking moon. It just sits there. It sits. You see that shit almost every fucking night. Who gives a fuck about what's on the moon? We're past that. If we went there, as they say, we don't need to go back. Nobody gives a flying fuck about that anymore. Let's get past it. Let's get to what we need to do and explore the rest of our solar system. Bugs is having issues. I just don't know about him sometimes.
You don't have to go now. I won't let you down. I don't know how you found me and why you stay around. It all starts when I'm lonely and you really know me. Might as well call it poison. Chemical. Something's got to give now. A change has got to come. I'm waiting for the fallout of what I have become. Yeah. It all starts when I'm lonely and you really know me. Might as well call it poison. Chemical. I don't know how to know my name. 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 It's something in the water in every one of us. Yeah. And waves are coming in now. I don't know who to trust. It all starts when I'm lonely and you really know me. Might as well call it poison. Chemical. I don't know how to know my name. I don't know how to know my name. I don't know how to know my name. I don't know how to know my name.
The next article is a perfect example about what I was just talking about at the beginning of the podcast. How some of these guys are taking the whole COVID-19, the pandemic, and they're taking this as a lead into shit that has nothing to do with the fucking pandemic. that's yeah. I don't get it. Like I think it's a bit of clickbaiting, right? But it's more about the whole hashtag keyword search because if you put your shit in and you have the COVID-19 in there, well, damn, guess what? It'll show up high somewhere. And then when you look at the title, you're like, what the hell does COVID-19 have to do with this? The title for this one is out of the Space Review. Never heard of these people, but I can see why. Astronomers may have one less satellite constellation to worry about. You guys might have heard the news, right? In the last few days, OneWeb, which was the other company that was putting up a constellation of their own, because I mean, fuck it, let's all just block the stars. Who cares? OneWeb announced that they were filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy in New York. Yeah, that happened. Most of the articles that we read before this talked about the other competing constellations competing against SpaceX. OneWeb was one of them. At the beginning of the year, they were trying to, of course, get themselves some of the cha-ching. They kind of helped them out of a hole, but along came the pandemic and saved them, and they were able to just go into bankruptcy. And I don't even know if that's a good way to look at it, but it really seemed like the pandemic was the perfect reason for them to bow out. Just say, fuck it, you can't do it. Now, on the flip side of that, I don't see a lot of people putting up money to go up against SpaceX, the Starlink. I don't see a lot of people just putting up and trying to bet against Elon Musk at the moment. So maybe the pandemic, COVID-19, the coronas, was the perfect opportunity for them to say, let's just back it up. We're done here. Let's just move on. You guys want to work? Go work for Elon. Which a bunch of them probably will do that, right? What? Come on. You're not a sellout. You need to get paid. But the article starts off talking about COVID-19 and how it created all this financial impact and turbulence in the market. And how this was the downturn, like Arnold would say, the downturn for OneWeb. But no, I mean, according to this article, OneWeb had problems. It just couldn't come up with any people that give them some dough. The following paragraph after that starts talking about astronomers. This is where I'm talking about. They're using the pandemic, which is the pandemic is a very serious thing. It is. I'm not making light of it at all. I'm just pointing out that some people are using it to get some hits, some visitations, sell some of that advertising. All of a sudden, the article just goes into OneWeb and how apparently astronomers were not that really concerned about OneWeb because the people that they were really after is SpaceX. SpaceX is the culprit. They're the ones that need to be taken down. And there's a quote in here by Pat Seitzer, professor emeritus at the Department of Astronomy for the University of Michigan and a member of the American Astronomical Society, or AST. And they have a working group that's studying the effects of mega constellations on astronomy. What the fuck you need a group for that? Just look up in the sky. It's not that hard. Look at all the pictures people have been posting on the internet. What do you need a working group for? Just turn on your damn tablet. Why you guys spend so much money on the obvious? Just look. You'll see it. Very easy. The quote from Pat was, "We've had one telecon. That's the way they spell it. I'm not sure if he's calling them telecons, like they're trying to con people out of the sky. With OneWeb, and we hope to follow up with a second one shortly. And the guy is, of course, is referring to SpaceX. And this was at a panel discussion on March 11th on Capitol Hill. And the issue was that basically SpaceX represents a different challenge. Yeah, because it wasn't a shitty little company like OneWeb. I can say that now because they're in bankruptcy. You can get away with that. Yeah, they're going to do shit now. Yeah. The primary concern for American Astronomical Society, a working group, can't seem to look at the sky, is that it really wasn't OneWeb. They're worried about the Starlink satellites, and mainly because, you know, the response from SpaceX back in the day was, hey, okay, we get it, we miscalculated. Yeah, you see like a string of freaking satellites going across the sky. Yeah, sorry, we didn't really plan for that. Yeah, we didn't think about you guys as the pocket protectors looking through the big telescopes. And so they said, why don't we build dark sats? Would that make you guys happy? Why don't we darken these Starlinks? Make them blend in like camouflage. Yeah. But the thing is that eventually SpaceX is planning on basically getting 30,000 satellites or more into low orbit, with 1,200 to be completed this year alone. And the little shitty amount they have now is causing a stir, right? So they did go ahead and they sent up a darky one, a little dark shadow, the shadow sat, really is what it is. They sent up a shadow sat, and there was a bit of a study done by these pocket protector guys in astronomy. Now, when they sent up the shadow sat, it had to be at a higher orbit than what it needed to be, you know, because it got to go up. But then it eases down really slowly into what they call the operational orbit. Unfortunately, when they actually tested the shadow sets or dark set, what they found, these astronomy dudes, there was a notable reduction in the reflection, but may not be sufficient. So these dark sets may not be what astronomers are looking for. What they said was that the reflection was, or brightness from the satellites reflecting the sun, was down at about 55% compared to the other Starlink satellites launched before that. They said the conclusions were preliminary, and they only did this on one night. So, you know, when it comes to science, you have to observe that shit like 500,000 times, read about it, write about it, get peer reviewed, possibly get declined, go back again, read about it, test again, peer reviewed, then publish, and then about 3 months later after that, get together and say, I think it's okay. That's just the way it goes. That's how they do things. SpaceX founder Elon Musk apparently at a Satellite 2020 conference in Washington, March 9th, said this: we are working with senior members of the science community and senior astronomers to minimize the potential for reflection from satellites. When they asked him about the efforts to reduce the brightness of them flashy-ass satellites, the Starlinks, he says, we're running a bunch of experiments. He also said this: I am confident we are not, or we not, I don't know. So whoever wrote this, either he didn't say it in English, but I could believe that, or whoever wrote this didn't really speak English, because they actually typed in this article, I am confident that we not cause any impact whatsoever in astronomical discoveries. He said 0. That's his prediction. And if there's anything above 0 in an impact, they will take corrective action. Hashtag, I'm going to tell you whatever the fuck I want. I'm Elon Musk. Shut the fuck up. Move on. we know that there's an impact. Again, you don't need a work group. Just look at fucking Facebook. Look at this internet in general. People are posting these pictures all over the place. Come on, you don't have to be a rocket scientist or even the guy that creates electric cars to know there's an impact. So stop fucking around. The corrective action failed, basically. But here's the thing: if Elon Musk, SpaceX, and any part of the organization, if they get a foothold and actually successfully get some of this internet stuff working or get countries to buy it now, before they finish putting up the first 12,000, astronomy is fucked. Yeah. We are going to have to take astronomers, train them into being astronauts, and shoot those fuckers into space for about a year or two in order for them to get their observations. They might like that. They might enjoy a little trip. There is more to this article. Again, check out the link in the description. I've never heard of this outlet before, but that's the article they put together. And they should be ashamed of using COVID-19 in order to, I don't know, promote that article about SpaceX. They really don't have nothing to do with each other, but hey, that's the way it goes. No fucks are given anywhere, I guess.
Way back in '84, I fell in love for sure. We never meant to run, and no reason we already won. What you wanna do? Chemicals just for fun. Don't stop it from me. I really love it, but it's just an illusion. It's back here where we've been times. We rise and then we fall. Survivors after all. I know it's just pretend, but I don't ever seem to forget what you wanna do. Let's go out in the sun. You know I dream of you. Stop it from bleeding. I really love it, but it's just an illusion. It's back here where we've been times. Watching like a dream. I'm ready for it.
One more article to go for today, and it looks like we are going to survive. It's no more Max Headroom Moonraker for this episode. Hopefully not. I got to go back and check it out and see what's going on. I don't know, but it looks like everything is promising. So we'll have some more live episodes the rest of the week. Come back for Thursday, Friday, not Friday. Quite a bit in the pandemic, which, by the way, hashtag the pandemic is catching on by a lot. People just kind of dig it because it's kind of making light of it, but at the same time, I know that the pandemic and this COVID-19 thing is extremely serious. It's horrible And it's sad to see so many people around the world being impacted by it. And but sometimes, this is why people listen to Youth Buster Radio, because kind of tend to find a lighter side to it and maybe a different perspective, like the pandemic. Because really, damn it all, so many things could have been different if it wasn't for China. Yeah, and them, I don't know how the fuck this came about. That's what I really want to know. How did we get this COVID-19? Fuck. The conspiracies, they're all over the place, I'm sure. This article called Coronavirus could preview what will happen when alien life reaches Earth. We actually had a chat about that not too long ago. I don't know if it was last week or the week before when Shittergate started really going haywire everywhere. But the conversation was more around the fact that Native American Indians had that same situation, right? When folks started coming in from Europe and they were decimated by all the germs that came. Right? They didn't have no wipes to help them out, right? No Lysol. So they were fucked. This article is kind of talking about that. Are we doomed to experience this if some little gray fucker comes over and is germy as fuck and decides to lick our faces, among other places, and spread the germs all over us? And then what are we going to do? We sure as hell are not going to be immune to it. So will we, humanity, fall prey to the germs that visitors carry in the way that this particular COVID-19 is doing to the world right now? So the article, of course, starts talking about SARS-CoV-2 virus, which is the cause of the disease that we come to know lovingly as COVID-19. At the time that this article was written, and it's pretty recent because they have here some quotes about what's happening in the U.S. 90,000 confirmed cases, 3,000 deaths, and of course, COVID-19 is in 68 different countries at the moment. How fast is this thing spread? Its scans might be pushed over to some other time. Who the fuck knows when? But on the other side, protecting the Earth from biohazards, and not only from other planets, but also the other way around, protecting other planets from our nastiness. And again, another article that leads with COVID-19. It started out with a great premise, right? What if aliens come down? What if they spit their cold on you and you die? And it spreads across as a pandemic throughout the world. You know, that's how they started. It had a great start because I was thinking, hey, that's right up my alley. UFO Buster Radio. We need to consider this, but no. The whole thing turned into an article about the Office of Safety and Mission Assurance, or OSMA, who is a part of NASA, and they're also known as the Planetary Protection Office, the PPO. Yeah, it's better than the ASS, the Astronomers Association of, I don't know, just craziness, I guess. Apparently what they do is that they make sure that we don't have any cross-contamination. We're not taking any nasty bits up there to wherever the fuck we're going. Is that really an issue? I don't understand. Why are we worried about if the rover is going to be dry humped by someone who has COVID-19 and it's going to take it up into space? Okay, that's great. But apparently OSMA is there to ensure that Martian atmosphere, or through all that radiation in space, that it doesn't fucking survive none of that. And then when it lands, it is COVID-19 free. They apparently put a lot of rigorous work behind ensuring that no microbes from planet Earth actually make it into any planet in the solar system to where they shoot their stuff off to. No pun intended. but this was an issue for them. It's just, my thing is, I wanted to point out again. Here's another story in which COVID-19, the coronavirus, is being used to talk about space, to talk about SpaceX, to talk about NASA. I don't get it. I mean, there's no honor among thieves anymore. You use whatever the fuck you want in order to get your story out. It is just crazy. And the fact is, listen, I don't think any freaking single person on the world is worried about whether or not that new rover is going to take any COVID-19 with it to Mars. No one gives a fuck. Hey, put all that shit on the damn rover and send it the fuck off to somewhere else. How about that? Maybe you NASA people can think about that. Put a fucking COVID-19 magnet on that bitch and then send it to Mars. Let COVID-19 enjoy itself over there. Advertising. That is the pretty much the show for today. I think we made it without any accidents, none whatsoever. We are good to go for the rest of the week. I hope I didn't scare you guys with all this COVID-19 talk, but it's not my fault. That's the shit that was out there. That's what they're talking about now. Yeah, we went from Native Americans being killed off by Europeans to gray aliens coming down here and licking on everyone and getting their version of COVID-19 on everything. And now the freaking rover, having a sack full of that shit going on to Mars, which I don't give two fucks. It'll die out. Come on. Who's going to think that shit's going to survive up there anyway? Like I said, pack it all up. Let's send it all up there. Why not? I'm okay with it. I'm sure you are. This is UFO Buster Radio, episode number 353, I believe. Transmitting from Texas. And I appreciate you guys for listening and sticking through the podcast. And for those of you who participate in the discussion, I appreciate that. Anyone who wants to participate in the discussion can go to Facebook. And I know a lot of people are allergic to Facebook, but UBR Truth Seekers is the group. You can also go to the Facebook page, UFO Buster Radio, and also on Twitter at UFO Buster Radio. Lastly, at Manny Moonraker on Instagram, where you'll find some pictures of Bugs the UFO Hunter, who's actually been pretty quiet. I'm really happy about that. It's huge. With that said, I thank you guys for listening. I'll check you out later on in the week. I'll be back for some more live episodes. Until
That was Manny's show. Let's see if I can find Rich's show. I think I missed it. I don't know. I don't remember.
A little bit intrusive, and I don't know if that's going over the guide of our constitutional rights as Americans here. Maybe they're looking for other things. Opening a door. Let me see this here. Hold that back up.
The National Guard, the Texas National Guard.
Where did I
Cleaning
see
out
them
neighborhoods.
pounding on the door?
You know, Dallas is also a stay-at-home city. That would be door to door to see who this is guard.
This is crazy. I got this from Believe It or Not, Richie from Boston.
So officers will overwhelm the hospital emergency rooms.
And Sally, we here in Austin, it feels like we've been maybe 1 or 2 days behind Dallas when it's come to the bar bands, the restaurant bands, and then also the stay-at-home.
All right, I don't know how old this is. Chuck Wham Bam and Celine Dion. Troy B. John Sports Card. It was too easy, Ann. That's your nickname for now. Das and everybody else. Autopilot. Saw you sneak in there. How you guys doing? So, Area 503, what do you say? Austin, Texas. Yeah, I'm going to continue the video here in a second. I just wanted to say hi, everybody. I'm still okay, still alive, still kicking, still on hold with work. But I may take another job instead because they're needing people immediately, and this has nothing to do with the CV-19. I say CV. So let's get back to this video. You guys doing good? I'm really worried about everybody here. David Icke is really making this out to be a lot less worse than what it really is, I think. I'm going to step back to Friday. Friday, there were 1,600 deaths, right? Then it went to 2,000 on Saturday. Yesterday it was 2,600. Today it's only 2,800. Seems like we slowed down somewhere in there, right? You think we're overreacting? You think this is an overreaction when they're saying that they're extending the, what do they call it? Social separation. Some of you will get social separation anxiety. This is a brand new thing that you psychiatrists will have to deal with. And I'm glad, because quite frankly, social distancing, yeah, whatever. I think that really is a term, though, in the psychiatric world. Social distancing. Like, I don't like, I love crowds, but I hate getting there. I just don't like leaving my place. But when I go out, man, it's a great time every time. Even if I'm just going to church, it's a good time. Oh, forget about it. Church, body of Christ, and you hear me going, yeah. And this is the blood of the Christ. I'm like, wine. No, I would never heckle. That should be one of the rules, right? In life, never heckle a priest. I would love to videotape that someday. Oh God, would that be wrong if I went to a church and heckled the priest? Can you imagine the looks and the people, all the church goes, shut the hell up. I got to try it. All right, back to this video. Nobody else has. I'm always thinking of ways to be original.
Home order, and so I wonder if we might have.
Can you imagine if Richie from Boston got corona? Okay, guys, I got corona.
Exactly, we're all doing our part. Thanks, Sally.
Okay, what's up, YouTube? It's
Oh, there he is.
It's the 30th of March in the year 2020, and that's the mainstream news in Texas. In Texas, they're slow rolling everyone, getting everyone used to seeing troops on the ground. You see what I'm saying?
No.
They're coming to you, so you don't have to go to the doctor and overwhelm them, even though dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of people all over the world have gone to doctor's office triage tents, and they're all empty. Okay? So let's start with that. They put up roadblocks. Trump extends social distancing guidelines again. Well, those guidelines are no big deal. Okay, they're no big deal. Well, in Florida, they arrested a pastor for holding church services despite the stay-at-home order. Do you see what I'm saying? Arrested. In the western states where there's cowboys, where people have open carry, where people have weapons, they're running it slowly. First of all, there's a lot of space between towns. I can absolutely testify to that. I just did 200 miles right now from Mike's house, took a long ride, and went out and talked to people. There's nobody on the roads. Everybody is doing as they're told.
If everybody was doing as they're told, you would not be driving around giving bad information. This is bad, I think. It went from the 15th to the 30th, right? Am I wrong? Oh, I think I'm right. Somebody told me I have a responsibility to make sure I get my messages right, so I'm only going to tell you what I know. What I think I know. No, not what I think, what I know, right? Not what I think. I think. I don't mind it. I like staying at home, but I got to be honest with you. Here we go again. The food issue. In the first 2 weeks of this, I couldn't get food for 9 days. I had to keep eating the fast food, which I normally don't do. I mean, I may talk about Taco Bell. I'm not eating it every day. It's probably once or twice a week because I really love it. But if I was working, I would be having fast food every day for lunch, but I'm not. So it's difficult to go to the store and get what you want. And it depends on where you shop. And Fry's Marketplace is doing the worst in Arizona. Albertsons is doing pretty good. Safeway Foods here in Arizona, they're more of a select buy type of thing. But extending this to April 30th is going to make people start hoarding again. Oh, I can't believe it. Well, Now they're going to take the things that they couldn't get before or didn't want. So they got all the toilet paper, got all the bleach, got all the handy wipes, got all the diapers, got all the whatever, all the disinfectants and hand soaps and everything else. Now what are they going to go after? I noticed in Fry's, because they also have clothes, that they were buying the clothes off the racks and the shoes. And usually this stuff's sitting up there all year long. Nobody buys supermarket clothes because they're usually a little bit overpriced. But they're buying it. Why? Because it's there. People are used to spending money in this country if they have it, even if it's just a little. Some people have problems. They gotta shop. Shopping online doesn't really give everybody that type. The preppers, my God, the preppers. You notice how Richie hasn't even started a video with his prepping food. Interesting. He always has the video in the beginning. I wonder why he's not doing it. Is he sold out? I bet you he can't handle it. You can't handle the truth. There is no truth. Fauci.
And heard from the president all last week.
Yeah, see, I don't know how he could play this and not get in trouble for it. What is this? I didn't watch this. I just thought the very beginning was interesting.
Still on an uptick. And to pull back the litigation.
I'm not going to get in trouble.
Before we reach the peak is turned and turn the corner. I think it would be true. Because that would need to be generated despite to go up.
Remember this old piece of propaganda used so successfully against American citizens?
No.
Because I do, and it's happening again.
There are reports that there is no evidence of a direct link between Baghdad and some of these terrorist organizations.
There are known knowns. There are things we know. We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say, we know there's some things we do not know.
Oh, that's
there are
true.
also unknown unknowns. The ones we don't know, we don't know.
That's right, Area 503. Got it. That's what I was trying to say. People spend because it helps them deal with fear. It does me. I have to admit, for a little bit, I'm not really worried though. It's a coping mechanism, absolutely. Yeah, I guess whatever makes you feel right, but they're buying stuff now that they don't need. It's weird. I guess you got to cope one way or another. That's what we do. Who said that? Tanks. What about tanks? Yeah, I'm not buying that. There's train loads of them, but there are tanks in. Hold on, let's pull it up. Let's bypass the. Hold on a second. Let me do this for you. I want to see about these tanks real quick. Tanks. Here we go. Where do you want to go? Let's go here. See if this is coming up. This is a week ago. Check this shit out. Any day now. New York. Holy macaroni. Wow.
The fuck is this?
Hey, ho.
Hey, yo, nah. Hold up. Nah, my nigga.
I don't want to play that.
Where is it? Here. It's got to be a blimp. It's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah, those weren't tanks, right? Those were Hummers with. Here, let's take a look. Did I go back? Is that what I did? Let's take a look. Right there. Those aren't tanks. What are those? What's that right there? Is that a Hummer? What is that? That's a BLC 2000 with 4 wheels. Right there, they call this the. I didn't see it here.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, with the swearing. Why do people have to use the F word every single second of every single day? If you told somebody when they were young
I swear a
that
lot
chicken
too.
was a bad word, they would use it just like they would use the F word. Right? Try it out. It's funny. Go chicken yourself. See, it's just, you gotta laugh because it's not right. Anyway, all right, let's get back to work here. I'm not sure what I'm looking at because I wasn't in the military.
Yeah,
Trailers, APCs, what a generator, a
That's right,
Humvee,
Green
yep,
Man.
armored transport, amphibious vehicle, all of the above seem to fit what we just saw. But that is interesting. It's going to New York, San Diego,
Twinkie roads.
Chicago, right? Washington, Florida. Depends on where you're from, Florida. Very interesting. You have to. People are going to riot, and it's going to get worse. I'm really worried. Not for me, for you. I live in Arizona. Nobody does anything here. Oh, you know what they did today? Today, a Phoenix commander was killed, and 2 of his 2 cops that were with him, I guess, were shot and injured. All over I don't know, some sort of robbery gone wrong. I don't know. Sucks though. That was on the news when Trump was on giving out the daily news report. You see right on the bottom, Chief Commander killed, 2 in a gunfight at Phoenix, Arizona. I'm like, geez, now the whole world knows. Phoenix, Arizona. Beautiful state, shitty government. Everybody's rude. It's very rarely any nice people here in Arizona. Even if they're working, and their job is to be a customer service rep, people get mad. Is that how it is where you live? There's no such thing as customer service anymore, right? It's very, very weird. Unless you go to a 5-star resort, but even then. And in Hawaii, if you're an American going to Hawaii, they treat you like crap. Yep, they sure as hell do. They don't like Americans over there. All right, the white face. Blake and Brent, it's true. I've been to Hawaii 4 times, and a little bit of racism over there against us islanders. What are we called? What are we called? Mainlanders. Yeah, mainlanders. It's true. I didn't believe it. But one of the guys who worked at our hotel explained it. He was Hawaiian. Very strange. They do not like us over there because we're pigs, I guess. I don't know. We disrespect the islands. I don't know. Do something, man. Do something. Anyway, they're shut off from the world, right? Basically in Hawaii, but they still have cases over there. We can take a look at the daily, and then we'll be done with this. We got to do the update. We're going to be on every day. We got to do the update, right? No? What else are we going to talk about tonight? Nothing. I'm joking. There's plenty to talk about. Hold on. Let me pull this up for you. I want to know. All right. We don't need the numbers, do we? Yeah, we do. We do? Yeah, I want to do it. I want to see what it's coming. It's like everything else. It takes forever. Here we go. So there's 785,713 cases. 37,000 814 deaths. Currently infected, almost 600,000, 582, 293. 30,000 people are in serious or critical, which is at the 5% mark. That's high. Oh, let me pull this up and show you. It's still loading. I wanted to wait for it to finish because it'll get frozen in between. But these, here we go. Pull this over. It's loading. You can see how white I am from the screen. Here we go. Good. What is this? Can you get this out of here, man? God, look, it's right in the way. Oh, that's it. It's over. Seriously. There it is. So here I am when I'm sleeping. Oh, I just woke up. And I'm very happy. Here we go. Let's see. USA. New deaths. 8. We have got more than everybody now, right? Oh, wait. Look at this. We doubled China. Doubled. How you feeling, America? Remember seeing Wuhan? This is why I think China's lying about the amount of dead. They were showing us pictures of people dying in the streets. You know, just walking and all of a sudden collapsing. This is unbelievable.
Oh man, I forgot to lock the fucking door.
Don't know. I don't know, so I can't say it. Wow, this is a lot. 125 new cases, and we're at 404. No, oh, South Korea. Sheesh.
Yeesh.
Czechia.
Good thing you said
Look at
that,
all
Green
these.
Man. I didn't
No
even
new
look at the
cases.
door.
Yeah. You think it would be bad? I don't know. I don't know. Mexico has, how many millions of people do they have? 150 million? I don't know. Barbados,
Ghosts come out.
not a lot.
Come on,
You wanna go
Ghost.
there? Go ahead.
Start doing some shit.
Well, anyway, it looks like the rest of the world is doing okay. It's just the United States now fighting for our lives. This doesn't make any sense. Right? I don't know. Something's wrong.
It's aliens. I'm telling you.
I don't know. How many do we have totally? So it's January 20th. Oh, first reported case in. Oh, okay. Check this out. January 20th. First reported case was January 10th. I thought we heard about this, like China. I thought we heard about this last year. I remember hearing it in the end of. Did I? No? All right. Maybe I heard it in a newscast or something. It must have started in December or November. Wasn't that when the doctor who got killed by the coronavirus was trying to tell everybody? People think they silenced him. He warned that this was going to happen. This looks like a biological attack on America. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that? Too bad. It does look like a biological attack, right? China's got 1.5 billion people, something like that, right? It's a lot. Their army is just as big as how many people we have in the United States. Imagine that. An army of 350 million. I think you're born into it or something, right? As soon as you hit 18, put gun in hand. Actually, 12. I did a half-assed Chinese impersonation. Just not feeling it. Let's go back a little bit. What else? That's it. Oh, I wanted to look at Arizona real quick. Can we do that? Let's take a little peek. All right. Okay. Well, this is great. Just thinking. Well, I hope you guys are stocking up. You know, I'm about to say it. Every man, woman, child for themselves. This is awful. Come on, man. Why isn't this giving me what I needed? Look, it's still thinking. All right, here we go. U.S. Wow, okay, they're going in order. Look at this. New York, 67,000. Wait a second. Wait a second, guys. This can't be right. I thought California was hit hard. This can't be right. New cases, none in New York. This is yesterday. Something's wrong. Look at New York, 67,000 cases. What happened to California? Something's wrong. Am I not seeing this correctly? Look at where Arizona's way at the bottom. Check this out. We're not even here. We've got 19 cases, I think, or deaths. Oh, here's Arizona. Oh my God, 20 deaths. That's accurate. So Arizona has 1,157. 2 weeks ago, the number was at 16. Wow. Let's see if we can we check? Yeah, that's good enough for me. Let's take a look. You know I'm gonna do it. If you can read my mind, you know what state. 606, 16 deaths. Wow, that's a high percentage of people that are dead. Arizona has 1157, only 20 dead. That's a high percentage. Look at Mississippi, PP. South Carolina. There seems to be some sort of percentage from death to cases, right? 25 in Virginia. Madonna mia. 102 in Georgia. That's, geez, 3%. All right, we're done talking. No more CV-19. We gotta just get rid of this, right? It's over with. What else you want to do? All right. So let's get into, we talked about the troops, but I didn't finish it. I don't think I need to. That's Richie. They still can't explore. Okay, let's go to a UFO video then. Let's switch up. Hold on. Somebody's telling me to go to the banners. Why? Huh. I don't know. All right, let's go. I think this is third phase of Moon. I haven't watched it yet, but I saw the beginning.
Something strange while flying over Europe. Take a look at this.
Rich is playing third phase. You know, I'm already getting massive copyright strikes anyway. It's a matter of time till I'm kicked off.
Try to remember Ghost Mine. I don't know if you have to pay for it. I think it was an A&E. I'm not too sure. Could have been Travel Channel, but just type in Ghost Mine, M-I-N-E. And the girl's beautiful. She has strawberry red hair, right? Oh,
Japanese Robot Pro
That's
Wrestling.
not why I watched it. Yes, it is.
Crazy how much
Great evidence they got. Bullshit.
goes into a remote.
All right, let's go back to the video, and I don't know what this is. I was thinking of
for sure. Japanese Robot Pro Wrestling. It's amazing. I've never heard of that. And my friend was just saying to me the other day, he's like, well, would you play at a bar when there's no sports on? I was like, Words with Friends competitions, maybe? I play darts online, but to watch Japanese robot pro wrestling. That is so cool. I have to research this more.
It was an Iridium Flare satellite.
That might
if
be the
he's
next
looking
show.
south, that means it's going.
Green Man, we might be watching Japanese pro robot wrestling on this live stream soon. That's amazing.
From the west to the east, capiche?
Thing doesn't seem like it's descending. It's just traversing across the sky, almost in a
Oh, he's still
horizontal.
playing third phase. I don't want to hack into third phase's stuff. Third phase is nice to Rich. They hook him up.
These things over in Los Angeles quite a bit. So.
You know what I mean? Pull it up. This is the worst. And we've talked about All Things Exists already. Big Sister with her ugly dreads. Sorry, but they're just ugly. Whoa. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Sorry, I have to open up another. Chuck Bam's in love with her. That's okay. You can love her.
Chuck Bam loves to eat.
She's married. She doesn't want anything to do with you. But it's funny to watch all these guys in ufology just fawning over her because it's a girl. And she puts her camera on the windowsill, goes to sleep, and it records all night long. It's a POS camera. It's high def, but it's not a real camera you would want to do real research with. She uses a one of these just to keep people in tune. Some people are new here, but she uses one of these. I think I'm on the camera. I can't tell, but I must be. This is not investigating. She goes to sleep. These lights show up. Cars drive by. Okay, for instance, she said a UFO landed in her street. She used her doorbell cam. I don't know what it was. We'll probably see it here in a minute. And it was just the trash man. But the trash man had these nice lights, you know, yellow, like I'm coming down the street. It's a big truck. If anybody can see me, because supposedly she lives in a place where the neighbors are far away from her. And that's how it all started. The UFO landed in my street. And then you can see this truck rolling by on camera. I'm like, what are you talking about? All right, so let me pull it up here. Twitter. I'm trying to look for something here. Hold on a second. Let's do this. Here we go. There we go. Here we go. Let me pull it up here. Okay, we've got some new stuff. So I'm going to pull it over. Let's do this. Mr. Sandman, bring me the goof. I want to see it, and I have no proof. Can you show me what you see? Mr. Big Sister, you are better than me. She said I'm jealous, and I should stop using her stuff all the time. If she knew how to do the research, I wouldn't have to talk to her every time. It's I have nothing. All right, here we go. Hey, anybody know this face? Anybody recognize this face? This is amazing. I don't know what to do. For all we know, that's a thumb. March 28th. Oh my freaking God. Oh my God, guys. Really, seriously. I don't even know what to say. waiting for the screen to enlarge. Clear your mind of can't. I'm waiting for it. Oh, I guess I didn't do it correctly. Excuse me. Here we go, kids. What do you think, guys? You see how it dips right there? What do you think? You can see right through it because of the star out here. But here's the thing. And let me tell you why this is shitty research. Because you got a person here. This is obviously a bug, some sort of insect. There's no doubt in my mind. And if it's getting this close to the screen, you know, it's probably, I don't know. The bugs in Vegas are just like here in Arizona. So it's probably one of those big mosquitoes, but it's definitely not an alien. It's not an entity. There's an infrared night thing here, and they, you know, bugs get attracted to it. So you know how it is. Spider web. Yeah, it could be pulling a thread. Exactly, man. But she's not out there, see? She's sleeping. And all this shit happens, and any activity is paranormal to her. Because there's no way that could be a bug. Look at the way it flies. Because she doesn't do research. She doesn't stay out there. Actually, it looks like something is dragging behind it. It could be a spider. Yeah, it's definitely close. You know why? Watch. It's in front of this. It's not even going out as far as you think it is. It's in front of this leaf. It's not but 3 to 5 feet away. That's it. Piece of shit. Oh my God. Love you all beautiful people. Wow. You really whited that shit up. It almost got all the blemishes, but we can still see your face. All right. Yeah, not a big fan of people who try to get fame and don't do the right research. And I'll tell you why. What kickstarted my dislike for her is when she said, "What is this, Rich? What do you think it is?" She asked me, and I told her, "Well, you're never going to know what it is, but I can tell you what I think it is." And then I'm an asshole after that. I'm an asshole because I told the truth. And most likely, there's an airport over here to the left because everything usually comes from left to right. If she listens to the show, which I know she does, she will somehow figure out a way to get more right to left. You'll see. You'll see. Once you call them out on stuff, it starts them getting nervous, and then they'll try other stuff. This is ridiculous. You'll never know what this is, but here it is from left to right. I just wanted to show Jocko what, you know, what this person's all about. So while we're in Vegas, let's do this and get out of here. All right, let me show you the truck that she says was an alien, a UFO landing on her street. I think that's how she worded it. Ugh, look at that mess. She always whites this part out. She's got some sort of complex.
A UFO landing on the street. That's awesome.
All right, let's see. Rich, don't be so mean.
I know, Chocolate. You are hilarious.
You know, when somebody asks you, what do you think it is?
You are
and then
one
you
of the
tell
people
them,
making society
and then,
still survive.
Then they lie about being invited to a MUFON symposium to meet George Knapp. George Knapp? Jesus, he barely got Bob Lazar. You think he's going to come after and want to talk to you, who lives by the airport? Again, left or right? Come on, man. That's just a shooting star or a iridium flare satellite. This is bullshit. Oh, what is this? Left to right. What is this? What is it? Let's talk about this one. Thoughts? What is it? I want to stop it. Any thoughts, guys? TTSA does want it. Down. I'm going there. Oh, this one's a gem. This is a gem. This is the one. That's the UFO landing on our street. This is the street. You see what the frigonometry happened? Oh, this is a compilation video? Okay. Well, that is the one. So we're looking out her porch, and over here is where the street is. See, there's the bed. It's a double bed truck, it looks like. Either it's picking up a car or it's a flatbed, but it's definitely not a UFO. It's a garbage truck, I think. I love it. Love it. Here, you want to get a little view? You want to hear what she sounds like? Good.
I'll update. Bye. Hi, everybody. I'm off to the MUFON meeting, so this should be cool, interesting, and fun. I'll update. Bye. Hi.
She went to MUFON after all? That's interesting, because we were trying to find, I don't think she did any interviews. I think she just went down there. Oh, now I'm going to have to look into that a little bit longer. I'm going to have to look into it. See this triangular thing that's going to flash? Great reference points, guys. Right? I mean, this is like research. You'll never see anybody do any better. It's the best. There's something about Las Vegas. And you know what it is?
On
the airport. The airport is near everybody. That's why.
The biggest question that I get all the time. Twitter has a limited video.
How big is your forehead?
Time, so I'll try to make this quick. So everybody wants to know what kind of camera setup I have that's catching all of these things.
This was when I was asking. So she's replying to my many messages.
In the sky of Las Vegas. And honestly, it's very cheap Wi-Fi camera, 1080p. I pay for a cloud service to...
It's a Wi-Fi camera. Worse.
Keep my videos for me. And so I can replay them whenever. And that's it. So it's just plug and play. If you have an internet connection,
Holy crap, I just figured something out. Wait, there was a $20 super chat? Did I miss it? Oh, Pat, I missed it. I'm sorry. Thank you, man. What are you doing? Super chat, Pat. Striking back during forehead scene. That takes up 20%. I know some people are going to get mad at me for saying that. But you know what? I am a dick. I truly am a dick. My name is Richard for a reason, because when I was born, I said, who the hell just hit me? You, Doc. Yeah. Well, you heard Andrew Dice Clay say that because it's true with Italians. You smack an Italian baby to get them to cry? You gotta put a price on your head. Thanks, Pat. What am I supposed to loop? Oh, I don't know what I did. That was an hour ago. Sorry. Thanks, Pat. I bet she is a stripper. Or, okay, you want to know what I really think? This is a guy dressing up like a woman. I was never mean before, and I don't think that's mean. What if it is? What if he is? I'm very wrong. See, that's something's wrong with me. Look, I know that's my first instinct. When I first saw her, I said, oh, okay. Because then I heard her talk, and I'm like, oh, that's definitely not one of these voices, you know. Hi, I'm Big Sister, but you can call me Big. We're going into looking at some of my videos. Some of you had asked me, what kind of camera do you use? Well, it's a plug and play, and it's Wi-Fi. Do you go outside with your camera and actually know where the lights are coming from? Oh, no, I don't. I go to sleep because I dance all night at the Male Boy Girl Club. It's on the Strip. You should come in. It's $20 cover. You get your 2 first drinks for free. I can't do it tonight. Something's wrong with my voice. Let's see here. And all I do is I just definitely have cameras that I put on the ledges outside. But that's it. I see. I don't know what else to say except my eyebrows are high, low. They're just, my hair is real. And I'm a woman of the 2020s. I am woman, hear me roar, sweetheart. You see what the hell I'm doing? I'm Big Sister, big boy. And I'm coming for you with my UFO videos, you snapper heads. All you little guys out there think you're men. Look at me. See? Very exciting. You want to know? No? You don't want to know me? Well, screw you. Screw you. I'm a man, woman of the year. What? 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 Ooh, well, I don't know. You tell me. There's one thing I wanted to say. Oh, wait. That is just wrong. That's immature. See, the show was okay up until this point, right? I just blew it. I blew it. It's over. Everybody's leaving. Oh, I was going to show you something. All right, keep her memory in your heads. All right? Keep that memory where it is. I'm going to show you something. Just give me a minute to set it up. All right, here's what I'm going to do while you guys are watching this. I don't know, what the... Forget it. Just wait. This won't take long. I should have done this long ago, but I didn't. And that's my fault. My bad. All right, I've already got number 1 up here ready to load. So we're going quick. There we go. Now let's pull up number 2. That was quick. Here we go. Here we go. And let's see, it's loading. All right, this might take a little bit longer, but I feel that I'm getting close to my destination. Oh. Hello. This is on. I know I'm shaking my leg tonight. I can't. I've had, no drinks, just Gatorade. No coffee either. Know what I mean? No speedy drinks. Hold on, I got to do it again. This didn't work. See, I knew it would be too good. I should have been done by now, but let's take a look and see if I can find it here. If not, I will have to go back to where I was. I don't see what I need. So what are we going to do tomorrow? Is Tuesday, right? So I'm thinking I may go to the
you guys go over to Goof On show. It's super cool.
Record it.
I really like that show.
Show you tomorrow.
Goof On radio stream. It's on YouTube.
Remember yesterday when I showed you the video through the airport?
It's making everybody laugh
now,
through shitty times.
It's showing up as
later.